So this is myself. Hi everyone. I am Professor. So here I take the Karnataka University Mathematics of BSc 5th semester Laplace transform. My college Nehru Arts Science Commerce Degree College Hubli. I am belongs to the Department of Mathematics. Here I take the unit Laplace transform. In the Laplace transform, I will take the convolution theorem. First, you have to define the convolution of two functions. First, to define the convolution of two functions. What does the convolution of two functions? The convolution of the two functions, it needs the two functions f of t and g of t. These f of t and g of t is written by f of t star g of t. F of t star g of t. The star conclude that these are the convolution of two functions. So I will go through the detailed definition now. The convolution of the two functions f of t and g of t is denoted by f of t star g of t, and it is defined as f of t star g of t is equal to integration from 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u du. F of u into g of t minus u du, or otherwise f of t star g of t may be written as integration from 0 to t f of t minus u into g of u du. One must either you can write f of u or g of u as it is, and another we can change as a t minus u or t minus v. Recall the definition of convolution theorem, the convolution of two functions. Next, to go for the statement and proof of the convolution theorem. Here I can go for the statement and proof of the convolution theorem. What does the statement says? The convolution theorem. What does the statement says? If f of t and g of t are two functions defined for t greater than or equal to 0, that means t is positive, then L of f of t star g of t is equal to L of f of t star g of t is equal to L of f of t into L of g of t. L of f of t star g of t is equal to L of f of t into L of g of t. Okay, students, go for the proof of this one by definition of Laplace transform. What does the Laplace transform definition says? It is for L of f of t initially. The L of f of t is integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into f of t dt. If it is L of f of t, the fixed things are 0 to infinity e raised to minus st dt. If it is f of t to be written, L of f of t is integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into f of t. But here it is, instead of f of t, there were f of t star g of t. So L of f of t star g of t equal to integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into e raised to minus st into f of t star g of t dt. By definition of Laplace transform, what happens? It is integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into f of t star g of t. What do you mean by f of t star g of t? Oh, by means of convolution and definition of convolution of two functions, keep that 0 to infinity e raised to minus st as it is. By convolution definition, to write integration f of t star g of t as a integration from 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u du, integration from 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u du. Already there is dt, so it is the double integration now. One is the integration from 0 to infinity, and another is the integration from 0 to t. The remaining functions are e raised to minus st, f of u, and g of t minus u into du and into dt. Du means with respect to u and dt means with respect to t. Now I will take that integration from 0 to infinity as it is, and the second integration I will write the second integration as integral over a, integral over a, integral over a e raised to minus st f of u into g of t minus u du into dt. What is this a? A is the area bounded between 0 and 1, where A is the area bounded between 0 and 1, because 0 to t is the particular area, 0 to infinity is not particular the area. So using the definition of convolution and definition of Laplace transform, we written the 4 steps of the theorem here. First used the definition of Laplace, and second you used the definition of a convolution. So the step here it is L of f of t star g of t is equal to integration from 0 to infinity and another integral over a, and the remaining functions e raised to minus st f of u into g of t minus u du and dt. Now make it the two group of these integrals. One is the integration from 0 to infinity f of u du as, and another one I will put in the bracket integral over a e raised to minus st into g of t minus u d. In the second integral, go for the substitution. The substitution I taken is put t minus u is equal to v. Put t minus u equal to v, where t and v are the variables and u is a constant. This u is a constant. T and u are the t and v are the variables and u is a constant. When put t minus u equal to v, we get t equal to u plus v. Differentiating t with respect to v, we get dt equal to dv. When t takes the initial point u, on that time v becomes u minus u is 0. When t takes infinity, v becomes infinity. So this is already there is integration from 0 to infinity f of u, and now the integral over a changes to integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus s into bracket u plus v, e raised to s into bracket t as a u plus v into g of t minus u is nothing but a g of v, and dt is a dv, and there we are already du. So we have again the two double integrations, double integrals. Both have the same limits, 0 to infinity and 0 to infinity. That e raised to minus s into bracket u plus v, multiple that minus s to the u minus s to the v, it is minus su and minus v sv in the indices, and split that by means of indices. It is separated as e raised to minus su into e raised to minus sv. Already there is f of u and g of v, du and dv there. I will take this first integral 0 to infinity e raised to minus su into f of u du, and remaining things second integral 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into g of u du, e raised to minus sv into g of v dv. Now without changing the limit, you may change the variable u as a t, e raised to minus st f of t dt, and again in the second integral integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into g of t dt, that v changes to t. without changing the disturbing the limits of integrations to change the v as a t. It is one of the property. So what happens the first integral? Integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into f of t dt is nothing but the L of f of t by definition. And second one, what does that one? Integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into g of t dt. It is L of g of t. Therefore, we get the result, convolution theorem, L of f of t star g of t is equal to L of f of t into L of g of t. So this is the proof of the convolution theorem. Students, I hope that you are very well understand this one. What are the things to be remembered in proving the convolution theorem? I will recall, we need the definition of Laplace transform, we need the definition of a convolution of two functions, and also this substitution, putting t minus u equal to v. Immediately we get the L of f of t star g of t is L of f of t into L of g of t. Thank you students. Thank you one and all.